Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Sage here, bringing you peace and wisdom. Today we're going to be talking about how I manifested my husband, and I'm just going to get really detailed with you guys and tell you exactly what I did. So if you choose to do it the same way that I did, that you know how exactly to make it work for you. Or if you want to share this with someone else, you know all the details, and you can share it with them. Or you could just share this video as well so they can hear it from the horse's mouth. So to start, I came from a very toxic relationship. 6 years I was with this particular partner, and it was just 6 years on and off of toxicity, just like used and abused. And I don't know, like, I know now why I did that, like why I just kept going back. But that has nothing to do with this, so we're just gonna move on. But that's just where I came from, right? And that whole time, like towards the end, is where this matters. So the last 6 months of the relationship, I was like, it just got so bad, and I was sleeping on the couch, right? Yeah, I was sleeping on the couch, and he was sleeping in the room, in the bed. And that very first night, like, is when I started manifesting my husband, that very first night on the couch. And I didn't realize that I was manifesting my husband, but like I said, I was just doing this to make me feel better. So the very first thing, and then once I realized that I had manifested my husband and what the law of attraction I was able to go back and figure out what I did to manifest him, which is how I am bringing this to you. Okay, I had to write it down so I can, the details, you know, I had to, so I can remember all the details, because this was 5 years ago now. So I was very grateful. I was very grateful, even though I didn't have anything. Like, things were so bad with us financially. Me and my ex, that particular ex, was so bad financially that we were like digging in trash cans for cans and bottles so that we can go recycle them. You know what I mean? We were just so that we could, like, if we had $4, we knew we had enough money to buy noodles for the week for the both of us, you know. And if we can manage to get an extra $6, we can buy those Bar S sausage links, like the hot links, and cut up those and put those in our noodles, you know. Like, that's how times were. Like, if we got enough cans to get $10, we were golden. Like, we were very happy. And anything more than that meant that we can have our energy drinks for the week. And that's just how we got by: energy drinks and noodles, you know. And it was just like a lot of bad decisions. Like, we manifested that life together, you know. I allowed him to co-create that life with me. And when I was ready to stop that life is, you know, I think is what happened that led me to creating this one. And I'm thankful. You know, your thoughts are always creating your reality. So yeah, and I think that's what happened. I was just so done with that life that there was no choice but for us to break up, you know. So, but I was grateful. Like, when we were digging through those trash, like, so you always have something to be grateful for. Let me just cut myself off to remind you, you always have something to be grateful for. So even, I don't know, like, if you got a flat, like, I got 5 flat tires in a year before, you know. Yeah, but I was so grateful because I learned how to change a damn tire. Right? Like, I was like, and the very first time it happened, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like calling my husband. I'm just like in freak. I don't even want, I'm sorry, you guys, I was gonna cuss. I was just like in freaking panic mode. I just, like, you know, and I had to get towed off the freeway, and it was just terrible. And I didn't get towed off the freeway. They just came to put my damn donut on. $75 to put a donut on. And my mom's in the car. She has like her oxygen tank, and I'm just like, it was like a nightmare. And then 4 more times I popped my tire. Like, by the 3rd time, I learned how to put my donut on myself, because that's all they do when they come help you. They just put a damn donut on, and you still have to drive and get a new tire. So I learned how to do that, and I'm very proud that I know how to change a tire. Okay, so yes, grateful. You always have something to be grateful for. You can find it, you guys. You can find that gratitude in everywhere. But just, you start small. I was digging in trash cans, and I started small. I was grateful for the fact that we found what we were looking for when we were digging in those trash cans. You know, we were digging for cans, we found those cans. I was grateful for that. So be grateful for something small. You go like really negative, somewhat negative, you know, really negative, somewhat positive, really positive, right? So you just have to train your mind that same way and find those gratitude things the same way. So it could be really, really small, and then somewhat small, then bigger. You know what I mean? So find something. Like I said, I was digging in trash cans. You know, you have to be low, you guys. It's disgusting. I don't want to cry. This is supposed to be a happy video. But, you know. And so, yes, just so we can have our noodles. So I was grateful for that. I got a job, so we didn't have to do that. I was grateful for that, right? So that's what I did. I found gratitude. When I was sleeping on the couch, I then like shifted it from being like, oh, why do I have to sleep on the couch? I was just thankful that I had somewhere to sleep. You know what I mean? So thankful for the little things. Number 2, the second thing I did was visualize. I visualized, and I don't know what it's called I guess it's still called visualize. You know, that I had my man, like, if I went to, so say I went to take a shower. I'm sorry, let me cover this up. I feel like the girls are just like, okay. So if I went to take a shower, I would pretend that I was showering with my husband, you know? Like, I would pretend that he was like scrubbing my back. I had one of those long loofahs that you can scrub, and I pretend that he was just scrubbing my back, you know? Which now, me and my husband, we take showers, and he scrubs my back. Now, had I known what I was doing, I would have been more specific. We would have had a bigger shower, right? But now I know, and that's what I'm going to be manifesting for our move to Florida, a bigger shower, like a 2-people shower, and one of those nice tubs like that you can just put the water in all the way up to your neck, and you just soak your whole body. I'm manifesting. I'm sorry, you guys, I got off track. I'm manifesting. Okay, I'm crazy. If you haven't noticed, I'm very high vibe. Like, some people really don't like it. I had to quit my Starbucks job because I was just too high vibe for them. Too many people told me to tone it down, and I was just like, I'm sorry, I'll just leave and be me. So visualize what you desire. So I would be cooking, and I would pretend like my husband was the one cooking and feeding me, you know, like, oh, taste this, you know. And that's just what I did. I was riding my bike to work once I did get a job. I was thankful for the bike because that meant I didn't have to like walk insanely far. So I only had to catch one bus because I could only afford that. I worked 14 miles away, you guys. So I was very thankful for that bike to get me there and back. And I was thankful that ride there and back was like helping me lose weight, and my butt was looking nice, you know. So it was like the perfect body to leave on. Like it was like the perfect body to leave on. So that was a beautiful thing. See, synchronicity, that's how you know the law of attraction is like working for you. That's how you know your manifestation is coming about. So that's what I did. That was number 2. I visualized what I wanted. Like, I felt it deep in my heart, because, and I don't know if this sounds crazy, but living in my head was better than living in reality. Like, my reality like was so screwed up, you know, that I just wanted to be in my head. I just wanted to, like, I couldn't wait for quietness. Like, I couldn't wait to go wash the dishes or clean so that I was away from my ex so that I can just be in my head with my husband. You know what I mean? I couldn't wait to, like, get home and take a shower. Like, the ride from work, back from work to home and into the shower, because that bike ride was like an hour, over an hour sometimes if I didn't feel like riding very fast. And then that shower time, so I had like an hour and a half to 2 hours of just pure meditation of my husband and that reality, you know. Like, I would, while I'm riding that bike, I'm thinking about driving the car. You know, I wasn't specific about a car, but here I am in my car and my husband has his car, you know, and we've pretty much had a car the entire time we've been together, whether it was mine or his. So that was just like a really nice thing that I didn't realize I was doing for myself. And then the third thing I did to manifest my husband, you guys, take action. This is where a lot of people confuse the law of attraction, why a lot of people think it's crap, because they leave out the part where you have to take action. You know, like, energy moves. So when you get that urge, you have to take action or nothing's gonna happen. You know, you can't say, oh, I want to manifest $1 million, but then you never even play the lotto. You don't even go to work. You know what I mean? You don't even make a YouTube video, a Facebook post. You don't do anything that can help money come in. You don't start a GoFundMe. You know, like, I don't know, but you don't do anything. You just say, I'm gonna be rich one day. I'm just gonna be rich one day. And then that day comes and you're not rich, and then this doesn't work. Well, you gotta work it, baby. Sorry. So that's what I did. I left. He pulled me off that couch. Okay, so I can't just start a sentence like that, right? Like, what? He did what? So the night before, like I said, I ride my bike home. I got home, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I had to work again at 10, which means I needed to be up and out the house by 8. So you can see I don't have a lot of time to sleep. So I took a quick shower and I went to bed. And then like 6 o'clock in the morning, he wakes up to shower, and he wakes me up calling me all kinds of ferocious words, we'll say, right? And I'm like, still asleep, so I'm like, what are you talking about? What's going on? And he's like, the damn shower head sprayed me in the face. And I'm just like, you know, like, I get upset because I realize that he's waking me up yelling over a freaking shower head when he's getting ready to get wet anyways. You know, I'm like, are you not about to get in the water? Like, why does it matter? Look, you know, but this is what I told him. I said, look, you could just look. Or I said, it was like 3 words. I'm like, or you could just look, or something like that, you know, just look. And that like infuriated him even more. And he like snatched me by my ankles, pulled me off the couch, and he's like, get the colorful language out of my house, you know. And when that happened, like, when I heard those words, I was not even upset, you guys. Like, I wasn't angry, I wasn't scared, I was peaceful. And that's how I knew that's how I knew it was time. I was like, this is it, this is time, you know. He's like, he even told me who to call. He's like, call your cousin, tell her to come and get you, because you got to get out, you need to go, you have to go. And I'm just like, okay, you know. So I called her, and I wasn't even like arguing with him, you guys. I wasn't like, I was just like looking at him and listening. I was just like not even dumbfounded. I'm just like in one of those, is this really happening? Trying not to like show excitement. And I call her, and I didn't even have to say anything. She's just like, I'm on my way, because she can hear him yelling in the background, like, get out, you know. So So she's like, she lives 2 hours away, and it's like 6 o'clock in the morning. She's normally asleep around that time because she doesn't wake up before 10. But this particular day, she had just got off a graveyard shift. So she was up and awake and available to come get me. Synchronicity, right? So she came and get me. Then like a few minutes before, he's like apologizing and saying he's sorry and he doesn't want me to go, and all this other crap. So he's asking me if I can call her back, and tell her that I don't want to leave, you know, that I'm gonna stay. So I called her back and I'm like, he wants me to stay. And she's like, I'm 20 minutes away. If you don't get your butt in this car, don't call me for help anymore. So I'm so thankful for those words, you guys. I'm so thankful that she said that to me, because I left and I did not look back. Like, we were still friends, somewhat friends, but I knew that I was not ever gonna go back to him. I just felt bad because he always made me feel like he was gonna like self-harm. So I felt the need that's why it took so long to leave. I didn't want to leave on my terms, because every time I tried that, it did not end so well, and he knew that mentally what that would do to me. So I prayed that it would be his, you know, his time. He would make me leave. And that's what happened. You know, like, he got so upset over a shower head. When I pay all the bills. I pay all the bills. And he got upset over a shower head when I pay for the water. You know, like, anyways, well, I don't know if we were paying for water, but I pay for everything else. You know, like, I pay for the light you just turned on. So, yeah, and that was like synchronicity, though. You know, 6 months I was on that couch just visualizing that I was in a bed with my husband. For 6 months I was, you know, crying in the shower, holding myself like it was my husband holding me. For 6 months, you know, I was just doing all of these things that just made me feel better mentally. I was just pretending that I was in another relationship. And some people may say, well, isn't that cheating? And it's like, the relationship been over, you know, like, it's not mentally cheating. I was mentally repairing myself, you know, like, I was broken mentally, and I was repairing myself mentally from all the broken damage and the situation that I had. Otherwise I'd end up in a mental institution. So the second thing I did to take action was I started dating again. And my cousin, also the same cousin who came to pick me up, started that website for me. And she's like, all you have to do is upload a couple more pictures. I only uploaded these 2, and fill out your profile. You already have people interested. And I did. I went on a date like maybe a week later, and that guy and I went on a few dates for a while. He's like, he was just terrible, you know. Like, I had to change my mindset, because the first couple dates were a manifestation of my ex. But you guys, I went on like 30 dates, and I don't mean I slept with everybody. If that's your thing, do it, because honestly, I wish I would have I wish I would have done more things. But that's okay. You get to do those things with your husband, right? But that wasn't me. So, but I did go like meeting guys, you know, like I used this dating app as my tool. And if I knew I didn't want to date this guy, if the date was just like so boring, I would tell them at the end, you know, like, I'm so sorry. I really enjoyed you coming out with me tonight, but I don't see us on another date. You know, I don't see us dating again. And I felt the power to do this because I didn't always have the guys pay, you know, like I was coming, we were going Dutch, because I didn't want to feel like I was using anybody. I just wanted to find someone I could date, either for a very long time or to marry, you know, like my forever person. I just wanted someone that made me feel good, but not, you know, you have to have that connection. You can't just date someone because they're nice. So yeah, and that was my thing. I went through like 30 dates in 4 months, like seriously. And then I I was like, I ended up in an open relationship, which is what allowed me to keep dating. But I just was like not with that. And then when I did meet my husband and we started going on a couple more dates, and he realized like the magnitude, he's like, I don't share. Like, wait, no, I don't share, so you need to figure this out. And I'm like, oh, okay. And you know, obviously, needless to say, I went in, I did some meditating to find out that, yeah, he's who I manifested. So I just need to go and be happy, because I was afraid that I was jumping into something too soon and that it would like just fall apart. Like, that's what I was afraid of. But obviously we've been together for 4 years, married for 4 years, together for 5 years total, right? So obviously that fear was just, I don't know, but that's all it is. Fear is not, you know, fear is not real. It's just a feeling, you know. So I think that's why, yeah, I just went ahead and I did it, and I'm happy because he's a great guy. Yeah, he's like total opposite of my ex. So let's go over those three, because the video's getting a little bit long. Let's go over those 3 things again. First, you got to be grateful. You know, you can always find something to be grateful for, even in the midst of it all. Second, you need to visualize and feel. It's very, very important that you feel those feelings that you are looking for. And like I said, I was in the worst place, you guys. I was sleeping on the couch. There was no love between us. Like, I was like just so drained mentally, and I still felt that love, you know, like I still found that love. I still felt that love. So you can find it. You know what it feels like. You push it away because you feel like you can't have it. It's yours already. That's why you feel it. So embrace it. Cry if you have to. Go take that shower and cry and let that love come out. If you're a man, go in that shower and cry. It's okay. Cry. Turn the music up. So number 3, take action. Take action. So I did 2 things to take action. I left, which is key. You know, you have to leave, and you have to be out of that relationship mentally and like wholeheartedly. You have to be out, because you cannot manifest a forever relationship if you are not ready, if you're not truly ready for one. You're going to keep manifesting the bad, okay? More of the bad. So yeah, I'm going to go because it's late. But believe. You have to know like you know. That's another one. That's my bonus tip. I forgot. That's my bonus tip. Believe. Okay, you guys? You have to know like you know that love is coming for you. You have to know like you know that car is coming for you. You know like it's yours. It's already yours. You have to believe that. Like, even with the grain of a mustard seed, like, you have to believe that, and you'll get what you want. Like, truly. So it's practice. It's not gonna come overnight. It's practice. I've been practicing. I practiced for 6 months. I met my husband 4 months later. You know what I mean? So you just have to and feel. And I believe because I was so broken, and every time I was like literally manifesting all day, meditating all day, is the reason I met him so fast. This may take you longer, so don't feel bad if it does. Okay? All right, you guys, thanks for tuning in. I'd love to hear below if you manifested a special someone in your life, or what you've manifested this week. This week is still part of last week, where I'm manifesting those blue flowers, okay? All right, you guys, peace and love. Bye.